Hi there, Jordan BLE, independent distributor. I am coming to show you my marble nails. We are going to get started here. So I have my nail stick with 2 coats of Meet Me at the Chapel. So this is the little bottle that I still have. And you can use Lovey Dove, or you can use any color that you want as your base for the marble. And then to just show you how I did the one that I have on my hand, I used Ballerina and Chandelier. So we're going to put a little bit of that on our tray, just like a tiny bit, because you're only going to be using a dotting tool and you won't need very much. Oh, can't see that. There we go. So just a tiny little, you'll need a little bit more Ballerina than you will with the Chandelier. And what we're going to do, I have a dotting tool. It's the long skinny one. So I'm going to do a coat of white, a coat of white, but a coat of the Meet Me at the Chapel. And you're just gonna cover up your whole nail. Obviously it's different when I'm using a nail stick, but you would just put a whole coat and just keep it wet. Don't put it under the lamp. And that's good. Just taking your dotting tool, you're just gonna go into your Ballerina. And what I did, and the nice thing about marble is that it's not always the same, and it doesn't always have to look the exact same, right? So you can just kind of play with it. But I just kind of did like dots and lines. Started with my Ballerina just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted. So I'm just going to do a line straight across to start. Okay if it's not perfect, because like I said, marble isn't perfect. So I just continue to do this until I liked it, how it looked. And you can go in and add more little like stems and stuff later, and just kind of play with it. Make sure you use the space that is on your nail and not. So the more you kind of play around, because you have the white wet base, it will lighten up the color. And what I ended up doing at the end was going in with Ballerina and adding some highlighted, or I guess low lights with some dark Ballerina, just because the stuff that was on my nail had already kind of lightened up a bit. So I just continue to kind of go in and play, and what you can start to do is do a dab of each. So you got a little bit of Ballerina and a little bit of Chandelier in there. And you can also just go in with your Chandelier and do some, sorry, I hope you can see that, some sparkly areas. And I know it's really hard to see the Chandelier on my pictures, but it is so pretty when you add that Chandelier in there and you just get that little bit of sparkle. So you pretty much just continue to do this until I like the look of it. And like I said, you can add some more or less, just depending on what you like. I might add one in here because there's a lot of white space there. Ooh. And see, you can always go in and just maybe bring that there. Take some Chandelier and throw that in there. You're just gonna keep playing until it's how you want it. The more I move around the ballerina, it is lightening it up with the white underneath. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit more chandelier in a few spots for some sparkle. I might need some more on my tray here. Oops. Okay, so I'm liking that. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just like wiping off my dotting tool. I'm gonna go into just some ballerina. And I'm going to give it a couple just darker highlights. So just try not to move too much so that it doesn't blend into the white.
I'm going to go and do something different again.
Sorry, my kid is talking in the background. So I just continue to add that little bit of dimension with the darker highlighting. And then we are done. So this one's a little bit more than what I actually have on my nails, just because there's more space on a nail stick than there is on my nail. So a little bit more going on, but essentially that is kind of what you are doing. You can do more, you can do less, you can do smaller lines for the marbling, but it does look pretty similar to what I have. So you're just gonna, once it's ready exactly how you want it, you need to keep it wet the whole time, but then once you're ready, you can stick it under the light and top it with whatever you'd like. So with these, because I was topping my French with champagne toast, I ended up just topping the marble with champagne toast as well to help bring some of the kind of pinky white feel to the whole manicure. But if you want, you can just go in with clear or matte or maybe some sparkling stardust or something. Like, it's totally obviously up to you and how you want to finish it off. For demonstration purposes, I will just go in with some Clearly Frisky and finish that off. Okay, so as I said, you would just do whatever when you would like, but we'll just go in with some clear. And the reason I do that is more just to make sure we seal it in properly, and it does have a slight bumpy feel to it, so I'm one person who likes to have everything as smooth as possible, so it just might help with that little bit of smoothness. But that is my video for the marble nail, so I hope that this helps some of you who were interested